To our presentation. We are going to be talking about engaging successful learners through agriculture education. A few things, if you do have questions, there is a spot up in the top to chat and to discuss, or if you have other questions, you can always email us as well. Last thing I want to talk about is this will be recorded and sent to you via email, so then if you have questions, you want to review this, you can at that time. So thank you for coming today. Today is we're going to talk about engaging successful learners through agriculture education. So just to give a little introduction about Realityworks, we are an education company that works with career and technical education. We're in schools throughout the United States and throughout the world. We are educational partners with the Association for Career and Technical Education. We also are part of the National Association of Agriculture Educators Association, American Wellness Society, and we do about 100 plus different career and technical education shows throughout the country. So we're really getting to know you as educators. All the things that we focus on are really in the interactive learning and curriculum type aids. So really glad to have everyone here, and thank you for taking this time. So to get started, we have our different learning tools. Now, we are in a lot of different areas within career and technical education, from family consumer science to health sciences. We are going to be talking about agriculture today, but we also have welding and trade skills as well, which do overlap into agriculture world. Now, as you can see here, we kind of fit within all the different pathways within career and technical education, but what we're going to really focus on today is the agriculture world. So we have our some products that we won't talk about today, some of our welding products, we have employability skills, we have food safety, some of those. We're really going to focus on our ag animals and talking about that today. So I want to get started with our bovine breeder. We have it here with us today. And some of the newest features that we have come out with, the Bovine Breeder Artificial Insemination Simulator has been out for just about a year now, and we've gotten rave reviews. It's been very helpful to teaching artificial insemination, but one of the things that we wanted to talk about is not only is the realisticness of it and how to use it in the classroom, but we also have some new features. So it is a unique learning tool that really helps you understand how to do artificial insemination. Some of the really cool things about it is you actually have what we call our poop bag. So you have to go through and remove that, or work in the digestive tract, where actually removing the poop bags or working around it and in being involved in there. We do have the glove that you need to put on and be able to work with the AI track here. And really one of the things that is kind of the newest features is inside the product itself. So one of the things that we have heard about is the interest and the want of pregnancy palpation. And so we have actually added that as a piece to this product. And so within this idea of pregnancy palpation, one of the things that we have done is included here is brought to you our pregnancy palpation kit. In this case, it is actually the CL1, 2, and 3, the corpus luteum 1, 2, and 3. We have those actual pieces here. And then we also have the fetus development stages of 4 weeks, very small, and then 8 weeks. And so the whole purpose of this is to be able to take these. I'm going to do a CL1 here, and you can actually insert this into and near the uterine horn, all the way down where you would be palpating here. So I'm just going to put it inside there and move it all the way down in here where we're at, over there. And so bring it down in there. And then what it allows you to do is when you actually insert and start feeling around, you can actually feel around, feel to that, and then start palpating. All right. So with that, we do have AI. So artificial insemination is one thing. The other piece of this is being able to actually do the pregnancy palpation. Now, let me come back here and share my screen with you again. In this case, what we have is we have different models that have been created that you can actually start to palpate. We have a CL1, a CL2, and a CL3. This allows a student, and they can have it on both sides of the uterine horns, to be able to go in, palpate, and figure out what is the CL stage that this cow is in, okay? And then you can also go in, do the artificial insemination when it's ready for that, and they're ready for to be bred. And then you can also go in after the fact and do a fetus palpation. What are they at? Did they actually, were they bred, or what stage of that in? What stage? So we have a 4-week and then an 8-week as well. So this is a great little add-on piece to just incorporate and extend the use of this product. Not only is it just important for artificial insemination, but it also gives you that ability to use it for pregnancy palpation, going into the different development stages and what this all means. So it adds to your use. Now, the pregnancy palpation comes with the curriculum as well. It comes with the bovine breeder here, and if you don't have it, you can buy it separately as well if you already have our bovine breeder. So next thing I kind of want to talk to you and show and share with you today are some ways that our students are really using these models. So one of the things that we have here is we get feedback from our customers saying, you know, how they're using it, what they're doing with it. And so it's one of those things where there are certain skills that you just can't get to the farm. You just can't get all your students around, and we want to help you in that case. Bovine breeder is a great example of this, where you can actually see and your students using the product, being able to understand how are they using it, are they using it correctly, what do they need to do to then really master these skills. Well, we have some other skills in that way as well, and a lot of these are our models, our egg education animal models. So a lot of our animal models, and I'm going to move our bovine breeder here, are very useful, so you can see a little bit better, are very useful for, of course, the anatomy testing, being able to test and really talk through the different parts of anatomy that an animal has. Now here we also have brought in is our pig. So behind me we have our pig model, and it has all the different pieces of our product here. So right here with our pig model, it has, I've opened it up already, moved to the side, but it has the heart, it has the lungs, it has the digestive system, it has the reproductive tract that I can actually remove the outer layer here and see the reproductive tract in here, see how it actually works and the different parts of the animal. But this is where that identification comes in, and it's very important. Students love to identify. In this case, something as simple as what we have is Post-it notes, being able to take these Post-it notes and writing down what are the different parts of the body, the reproductive tract, what areas are there, where do they go, what are the different things, has a very simple but very effective way for students to be able to really learn the different identification pieces. Now, at the same time, this brings in that whole world of system identification. So system identification is, how do these parts work? How do they work together? How does the digestive system work, and what is its interaction with the other systems of the body? Okay, what is the muscular system? What are they all working together? Or how do they work together? Or are they very separate? And so system identification is also very important. You can actually take the different organs out, and you can see the digestive tract, how it starts from coming in the mouth and how it goes all the way to the anus. And so you can go through that whole system, not just on pen and paper, not just on a PowerPoint, but actually seeing the product itself. Another feature that we see and have students using it is animal care. Being able to do different types of things. Maybe it's a dressing on a hoof, or it's a different type of bandaging or caring for that animal. You can use these for that. Another great piece over in the corner is meat cut identification. really looking at, okay, with certain animals that we have, if it's our chicken, if it's our cow, if it's our pig, looking and saying, okay, what are the meat cuts, where are they located, and identifying what different parts of the animal those meat cuts would be. And then also what we've seen and what we've heard from is the ideas of disease investigation. Okay, what are the different diseases or the issues that can happen to different animals? If it's our horse, okay, colic, and what is that about? And how do we get that? And what do we do with that? And where is it going to be identified at? So disease identification is important. Okay, if there's another problem in a cow or a pig, what does that mean? Going through the ruminant system and finding out, okay, what diseases could happen in the cow's ruminant, and really looking to and opening it up and seeing what's inside, and okay, how could that be a problem? And then how do you fix those issues? So those are all different kind of usages for our models and what is involved within our models. So this idea of using it for multiple things is very important to us, because there's a lot of different ways that students can get hands-on learning, that feel, that touch, being able to pass it around the classroom, look at the different things, and really get a good understanding of what's going on. So we have Priscilla the pig here, our model, and it has removable parts. We have the same thing with cow, with horse, with our chicken, with our dog, our cat, a lot of different animal models. And the whole purpose of this is for you to get that hands-on learning, have your students be able to use it, being able to take out all the parts, being able to talk through what each of those parts do, what's the importance of them, and then how does the systems all work together. That is so important within ag education, especially within animal science. So one of the things that we also look at is what are some of the curriculum features that we have. Now, one of the things that I want to kind of just talk about for a moment here is in this case, when we're talking about our bovine breeder, when we're talking about our different animal models, everything we have and everything we do comes with a curriculum, comes with a focus in that world where it's not just hands-on learning, and but it also is incorporated and tied in with some sort of curriculum. Now, our curriculum can vary from the number of lessons and the types of lessons that are in there, but they all have a connection to them, allowing students to then use what they're learning in the classroom through PowerPoints, through worksheets, through classroom activities, but also then using the animals as well. It is not, again, a real animal, but it's as close as you can get, bringing it into your classroom and be able to use it. Understanding that you don't get, we understand that you don't get that time to go out and be able to go to the farm as much, be able to have these times. Bringing these models in gives you that option to do it right in the classroom. So what are some of the kind of cool curriculum resources that we have? Well, one slide that kind of gets overwhelming here, but what wanted to show you really is that we have curriculum for every single animal model that we have. Everything from our bovine breeder all the way to our dog and cat models, and really just kind of go through not only the anatomy, but things like the digestive system, things like the reproductive system. And really, because we're talking right about the pig right now, if I kind of do a screenshot here, you can see that the pig model has a 3-hour curriculum. Okay, there's 3 lessons, each lesson lasting about an hour worth of time. Okay, there's 45 presentation slides in that curriculum. And then the focus is on the pig anatomy, the digestive tract, and reproductive systems. So it not only, we have our female pig, but we also go through the male anatomy as well. So we talk about, and the reproductive organs of the male as well. So we go through all of it. Some of the topics include not only the anatomy, we also talk about pork meat cuts. We talk about reproduction from both the male and the female perspective as well there. So all involved here and given to you. And so we have things like this, where we have different worksheets, different activities for students to use. What are the, the organs of the digestive tract, having them kind of go through and decide, okay, what is what? All right. So if we're going to look at number 1, okay, what is that? What part of the digestive tract is that? All right. The esophagus is what we're looking at. Number 2 here, the stomach area. And then as it gets a little bit back further, gets a little bit more difficult as it's in a part of there, but the large intestine, working through, okay, is that large or is it the small intestine? Going through some of that. Okay, kind of rudimentary, but then it goes into different things, different reproductive system worksheets. It goes into not only giving you the worksheets for your students, but the answer keys as well. Giving that ability for you to teach right out of the box, being able to give your students the ability to have these types of resources right there. So breaking it back a little bit, bringing it back, is what you can see here is we have a curriculum overview. Our main products are cow, horse, pig, and chicken. Those are our large animals. Like I said, we also have dog, we have rabbit, we have cat, and some other ones, and fish. But we also have the plant world. So it is not just our ag animals that we work on and work towards, is not only the animal science, but we also look at plant science as well. And the great part about our plant science curriculum, the really cool, neat factor there, is that our plant science comes bundled with the models, a leaf stem model and a plant cell model. It comes with posters. It comes with the curriculum, with the teacher guide, and then also a flashcard game, a trivia card game, going through different things like shape, margin of a plant. And so all this is all wrapped up. And again, in this case, it goes through 7 different lessons here. Introduction to plant science, plant cells, leaves, roots, and stems, flower plants. So as we get out there and we see you, it's not always just the animal science that you're looking for. You're also looking at plant science and other areas, welding and in different trades and in ag mechanics. So these are all different products we have in the curriculum world for you. So what do we have in our curriculum? All of our curriculums include teacher guides, student worksheets, PowerPoint slides, quizzes, exams, class activities. So all this is wrapped up together inside and with this, so you can have this for your students to be able to work on, along with the models as well. So it all is just encompassing in for you and for your students in there. So it's that engagement that your students can then not only, do a worksheet or do an activity in class, but they have the animal with them to be able to do those things. All right. One other side, especially in the agriculture world, that we have the animal science, we have the plant science, we also have welding curriculum for our ag mechanics world. So in that world, we have Guideweld VR, which is our virtual reality welding simulator. And so that is actual virtual reality welding, learning about techniques, learning about understanding, but along with it, it comes with curriculum. There's 3 units or 13 lessons on welding curriculum. We also have GuideWeld Live, which is an in-guidance helmet. So when you're in the actual welding booth and doing live welding, you have a helmet on and it shows you if you're doing your welds correct or not. There's a curriculum that goes with that. Our weld defect kit has a curriculum talking about what are the defects, how to correct those defects, what to do in the sense of if you have multiple defects and how to correct all those issues that you have. So not only do our ag animal science and our ag plant science products have curriculum, our ag welding side has it as well. Another great opportunity here for you within, and this is really a cool resource that we're seeing gain a lot of traction and a lot of people use, is we have free curriculum for our teachers. If you go to our website, realityworks.com, and you just look for our career exploration curriculum, you will find a link there that says has free curriculum. Okay. Now we have it in health science, we have it in our employability skills, but in our case, you can look at all those, but we also have it in agriculture. And so when you click on the agriculture tab, all you have to do is fill out a web form saying that you would want this. As soon as you fill this out and hit submit, you will be given an email sent back to you, and it is a downloadable file with a whole curriculum on career exploration in agriculture education. Okay, so all looking at this, okay, it goes into the careers in animal science. It goes into what makes those careers important and how to kind of interact. It then goes into plant science as well. So we hit all the different pathways within ag education and really look for the pathways within both animal science, agribusiness, within plant science. So all the pathways that we have in CTE talking about agriculture, we then have a curriculum that talks about all the different careers in that world. So this is a free resource for you to be able to use. So those are some of the cool, neat things that we have for the teachers, for you as we're now, into the school year, and how do we help you to give that punch, give that introduction, give that understanding for your students, give that excitement and something that they can really grasp onto. So we have our products, we have the ability to give you really good instruction and help with those resources that you may need working together. But the other piece that we have within this is our product bundles and pathway packages. All right. In this case here, our product bundles, and this is kind of a big overview here, but what it is it goes through every career cluster pathway that there is, and it walks through the different things that you might need to complete your classroom. So in this case, this is broken down into the different areas of CTE pathway packages. Okay, so if you are looking in that world where you are talking about the animal science or animal systems pathway, we have a package that you can get all of our products that will help you fill out your classroom for animal science. If you want plant science, we have all of our products that can fill out that plant science pathway. If you're looking for production and manufacturing, we have our welding simulators and our welding defect kits and our bend testers, all to help fill that out for you. All right, to give a little bit closer and a little bit more honed in here, we have different pathway packages that focus just on things like power, structure, and technical systems. We have your animal science and then also your plant science, giving you a wide range of different hands-on resources, curriculum, and then also the assessment tools that you need for that to be able to look at that and to use that. Again, if you want to look closer at this, it is at our website, realityworks.com/pathway packages, and that brings you right into the different opportunities there. Now, these, if that's not something, if you don't need to start a whole thing, we also have egg animal packages for you as well. The whole purpose here is to give you the products you need that will help you become and use and have a better teacher, as well as your students to learn better. And so in this case, we have things like our farmland package that gives you all of our models, really kind of opening and having all of them. We have our barnyard package, taking a few of those models out if there's something that you don't need. And then our large animal bundle, our small animal bundle, our skeleton bundle, and then we also have digestive systems and reproductive systems as well. So depending on what you're looking at, depending on what your needs are, we have different systems and different models just for you and for what you might be looking for. So along with this, I thank you for taking the time and looking for any other resources. We do have our other webinars. We have blog posts. There is a funding center as well, and this is as important too, because if there's something and we do Perkins funding, but if there's a funding need, we have a resource that you can go out, put in your state, and then you will see from your state all the different funding options, the grants, the different options for you to be able to get funding for the products that we have. You can work with our product support and then also look at our pathways as well. So with that, I want to say thank you for taking the time today to look at some of the resources that we have to hopefully help you, bringing out things like our pregnancy palpation, bringing new products in like our pregnancy palpation, bringing in our animal models so you can see how to use them. Hopefully you got a few ideas of ways that your students are using them and then how you could use them in the classroom. And then the resources that we have for you too. Large amounts of curriculum, large amounts of opportunity for you and resources for you to use as you see fit. So not seeing any questions today, but if you do have questions, feel free to contact us. Talk to us at Realityworks at information@realityworks.com through email, or you can call us at 800-830-1416 and talk to a sales rep about any of our products that we have. Thank you for taking this time today. Thank you for being with us.